and welcome to Everyday English with Amanda. Today's lesson, we're going to practice simple past. If you're watching my YouTube video, you would have remembered that last lesson I talked about when and how do we use simple past. This lesson is all about practice and exercises. And get your pen and notepad ready to start. So the first exercise is about a letter. We're going to read a letter and you need to complete it with the correct verb. Let me read the verbs for you first and then we will start with the exercise. So the first one is invited, talked, stayed, traveled, enjoyed, didn't sleep, went, swam, watched, was, and listened. So the letter starts, Dear John, I had a fantastic holiday in Hawaii. It hot and the sea blue and lovely. Which verb do you think should be used here? So John is writing a letter about his holiday. I hope you got it right. It was hot and the sea was blue and lovely. I by plane from Sydney to Honolulu. So now he's talking about his trip. The flight, it was 7 hours long, but I at all because I so excited. So let's go and see what verbs you're supposed to have to complete the letter. So I traveled by plane from Sydney to Honolulu. I really enjoyed the flight. It was 7 hours long, but I didn't sleep at all because I was so excited. During the flight, I watched 2 movies and listened to music. So he is talking about his experience when he was traveling. Okay, on the flight. So that was the specific time and that's why we use simple past. He's still talking about his holiday. I in a 5-star hotel right on the beach. What did he do? Or where did he stay? I stayed in a 5-star hotel right on the beach. I sat and swam on the beach all day and at night, and I went partying. Hope you can come with me next time. Love, Mandy. So that was Mandy writing a letter to John about her holiday in Hawaii. Remember, all the verbs used was in simple past because she has done the holiday. She already finished her holiday. Okay, let's look at another exercise. Complete the sentence with the simple past tense of the verbs. The girls secrets to each other. Whisper is the verb. What's the past tense of whisper? I hope you got it right. Whispered, ed. So the girls whispered secret to each other. Uncle George to catch his bus. Run is the present. What's the past of run? We know it's a regular verb. Ran to catch his bus. We returned our books to the library last week. We, what's the past of return? We know it's regular verb and regular verbs end with ed. So we returned our books to the library last week. Someone on the shoulder. Okay, so we know it's regular. We know it has a vowel and it has a consonant. So we double it if you remember. So someone tapped me on the shoulder. Remember why we double it? Because of the vowel and the consonant. So if you watched my video last time, I explained why do we have to double it. Okay, the baby cried when we took her toy away. So the baby cry, it ends with Y. You remember the spelling rules for this? We know it's end with ed. The past of cry is cried. So Y become I. John pinned the patch on his jacket. Vowel, consonant. John pinned the patch on his jacket. Two doctors rushed into the room. Two doctors rushed into the room. Ed. This is the house that we, remember, if it ends with E, we only add D. So this is the house that we lived in when I was younger. I do get a lot of questions. How would I know which verb is ed and which verb changes? This is something that you have to practice and something you have to remember and something that you need to think and memorize, the verbs that end with ed and the verbs that change. Let's look at this exercise and tell me, when do we use was and when do we use were? We know that we use them with I was, he was, she was, we were, they were, you were, in the simple past. So, it, a beautiful summer day. It was a beautiful summer day because it. My parents were, two parents, were in the garden. Dad, he, what do we use with he? Was in the vegetable garden planting some seeds. And mom and I, we. What do we use? We're busy with our jobs. The sun was hot and soon what do we use with I? I hope you got it right. I was feeling very tired, so I left them working outside and went inside to make some fresh juice. Moving on to another exercise. You need to choose the correct verb. So my keys in the park. Which one is the correct spelling and which one is the correct past of lose? So I lost my keys in the park. Kathy, her knees when she, so Kathy hurt her knee when she fell. I kicked the ball hard and it broke a window. So the past of break is broke, not ed. My new car cost a lot of money, or cost ed. Cost a lot of money. So cost doesn't change. Cost. This book from the library. What's the past of get? Got. I got this book from the library. So we know the past of lose is lost. The past of hurt is hurt. The past of break is broke. The past of cost is cost. The past of get is got. Car, me the cut on his knees. Car, show. So the past of show, showed, yes. The glass, the past of fall off the table, and what's the past of break? So the glass fell off the table and broke. We, our old car, what's the past of sell? We sold the car, a new one. What's the past of buy? Bought a new one. I do hope you're getting them right. The bell, what's the past of ring? Rang, and we all, what's past of go? Went to the class. The dog, the ball in its mouth. What's the past of catch? The past of catch. The dog caught the ball in its mouth. So these are just some exercises of some of the verbs used in the past tense. How would you know which past or when to use the past tense? There are certain time expressions that are used with simple past, and they are your clues to tell you what verb should you use or what tense should you use. For example, yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. We know that when we see these words, we need to use simple past. Last night, last year, last month, last summer, last spring, last Monday, last Tuesday. 20 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, 6 months ago, 1 year ago, okay? Or a year ago. We know that we need to use simple past. These gives us specific time that things happened in the past. Let's do some exercises and try to guess which word should you use. She came to Australia 25 years ago. I was so busy last week. The class was cancelled last Friday. I had a great holiday last summer. They got married 5 years ago. We went shopping yesterday evening. They came back from the holiday last month. These are the time expression that will tell you you have to use simple past because it's specific time. Yesterday, last, ago. Thank you for watching. Please follow and subscribe to my channel for our next lesson, which will be present perfect.